here it is. Hi, anybody who turned in to this new channel of mine. Just a little gaming channel I made to try out streaming, and maybe it amuses someone watching me fail at every game I try. So yeah, the game I'm going to play now is Secret World Legends. I'm going to the daily grind for the currency of Mark of Favors, which can be traded for the real money currency, and I need quite a bit of it to upgrade my running speed again. So let's get in there. Yeah, my character is at maximum level, but it doesn't really matter in this game. The leveling is more to stop people from progressing too fast through the story. So if you reach the maximum, you can go back and do every quest in the game again. So yeah, you can even go to the starting zones to complete the Mark of Favor daily activity, but I don't recommend it because you won't get any money drops from the mobs because they are too low level. But sometimes you missed something, sometimes you want to collect an achievement, so you will have to go back. Or there are some bigger mobs running around you can only defeat in a group, unless you are at max level and have very good gear. Yeah. Then, yeah, since I logging in for the first time today, I get the daily login rewards. Since I got myself a patron account, I get a little extra here, which is a key for random dropped chests, which can drop really good items or just bonus boni to leveling up your items. This is the challenge journal, which lists 4 things you have to do to gain Mark of Favor. If you have all 4, you get a bonus and unlock extra challenges for even more Marks of Favor for the day. The last time I stopped in the middle of a quest. The quest is called the Nursery, which is a rather late game quest, but I'm going to start with it since I'm already here, and it leads into a really cool story moment. So loading. The follow-up quest is walk into the empty, which is scribbled on all the blackboards here in the nursery. Yes, so here I am with an NPC who guided us here. Let's see what she has to say.
I give you the nursery. Be careful. This place, it has bad memories.
Okay. Bad memories. Yeah, if you keep a lot of children in a hidden facility to harvest their potential, yeah,
Turn on the lights.
probably happens. So now I need to activate the electricity so the lights are can be turned on. The door forward here is locked, so I have to go to the computer over here and unlock it. Authorize surveillance access. Gate open. Rather easy. There are quests which are a lot harder when it comes to hacking computers. Oh. Frame drops. Yeah, still testing. I hope it works when I start fighting.
Suddenly I feel not so bad about blowing up those Orochi.
The nursery rooms. The nursery robots. Ooh.
Just up ahead.
And here we go. Sneaking in into an empty facility made to hold children. A few drones walking around, standing guard. A creepy little side room. Someone didn't like what they were doing here and murdered one of the agents. So let's get back over here. The song playing in the background is supposed to keep the children calm, but it also triggers the bots to be aggressive. And now I can start fighting. I really need to check that. These crows and the guy that spawned, they are part of my weapon proc. My weapon has a 20% chance on any attack to spawn the guy to help me. I'm getting over leveled, so it's rather easy. I don't have to avoid too many attacks. Yeah, once again, hacking a computer to unlock the doors and into the laboratory part of the facility. There. Doors will automatically open. And let's get back out of here. Not triggering the other bots, except for this one. Stun or pull an enemy while it's attacking. You can drop their special attack. Now, over this. Someone died here. Or many people died here. If I go in, enemy should spawn over here. Enemies based on the filth, a very central theme to the game, tend to explode when they die and leave a dot, which can be really annoying if you don't have something to dispel it. Here is a little quest on the ground, which I accepted last time, for which I have to enter all these side rooms and read the clipboards they left there. So the clipboard is here on the table, which I clicked already. I only need to read 3 more of those, and I don't think these 2 rooms are part of it. Weaponized Anima Ward, this one. Oh, lag. I really need to get this fixed, but not now. Through a process of anima infusion, we are able to charge a weapon in the case of an incendiary device to change and enhance its nature. Might we do the same to a human subject? Orochi reports are full of encounters of such anima-charged beings. I mislike the term Gaia's chosen as it dips into religiosity. These individuals have often been at odds with the company. Why? You're just torturing people. What if we could manufacture such individuals, even mass-produce them, with all the preternatural nature we desire? An adult would not likely adapt to such a change, but a child might. Dr. Schreber. The head researcher in this facility, Dr. Schreber. If I looked into the computer logs a little more, I would have seen his descent into madness. The lycanthropy ward. I captured a few werewolves and tested how lycanthropy affects children. Very, very nice. Special caches. I still need to look into what I got out of the one with the key today. But I tend to clutter my inventory, so I'm going to do it after the quest. Yeah, children take to innovation much more readily than adults do. My granddaughter once taught me how to use a new function on my smartphone. She was 4 years old. What of innovations of the flesh? Lycanthropy allows protein changes over the essence and shape of one's body. Adult lycanthropes default to rote forms. These standard molds are perhaps shaped in the mind by millennia of communal folklore. Life imitates art, and the supernatural imitates superstition. Children are not so constrained by preconceptions. Their minds are wondrous. As frightful as adult lycanthropes are, child lycanthropes can achieve whole new vistas of form and formidableness. Give them a smartphone or give them shape-changing and watch them astound. You might try vampirism next. Dr. Schreber. Yeah, he's a right bastard. Onward. Someone killed all these people with dolls. Now the 0-point pathogen ward is where they studied the filth, and the filth tend to corrupt minds. Let's read this one, which ends the quest and spawns some mobs, so I can't read it now. Low-level infected are recognizable by the tendrils coming out of the head, and the filth is growing over everything. More mobs! Hey! corroding filth. I think there's one more wave, and then I can beat up Dr. Schreber for what he did to the poor children. Self-healing abilities, so a little damage doesn't bother me. A lot of debuffs. Down. Self-heal to remove the debuffs. Not that I die after the fight, that would be really embarrassing. So let's get on. Oh,
You hear that music?
3 clickable carpets. Where is the secret entrance? Let's look at the computer. Documents. Since the missions led up to this in the search of Emma Smith, one of the subjects, we will look into that. And Emma Smith we reacquired. She escaped previously, currently holding her in a private lab, awaiting further orders. Yes. Then let's access the private lab. Trapdoor opened.
We must
And
find
it's
Emma.
over here. So, and here's the lab, and a story moment triggers.
Oh, Emma! We found you! Emma? They must have drugged her! Wake her! Quickly!
Spoilers.
We can drop the curtain on that farce now, can't we? Oh! No. Shush! There now, sweet child. You're just angry because you'd grown fond of that council spy girl. I rather liked her too. It was a pleasure. But that game is over now. And it's time to sleep. I promise. The best is yet to come. I promised you my name. There are so many names. Once upon a time, a prophet forced me to admit the 17 names I used to sow mischief. Say my name. Abeko, Abito, Amiso. Say my name. Baxa, Elo, Ita, Izopo, Kea, Kali. Say my name. Odam, Kokos, Patata, Patrota, Podo, Satrina, Talto. I did tell you lies. But I am a mother. You face the descendants of some of my children. Every monstrous silhouette that haunts every legend, every myth, every night terror. They all trail umbilically back to between these legs. And I dissolved entire civilizations in the sizzling afterbirth. My body is a temple that outlasted all temples. Gods have worshipped here in blood and semen. Through me, you enter the population of loss. No things were before me, not eternal. Eternal I remain. Can you guess my final name? Yes, your body recognizes my name, because it is etched in your communal memory, in the reptilian R complex beneath your forebrain, because I encoded it there, before the histories forgotten by the histories that your histories forgot. I... Time to make my egress. No, my dear. I do not expect you to die. But there is something exquisitely humiliating in the agony of a hobbled immortal. Don't you think?
No, stop. You're hurting. Stop.
After being recharged with anima energy, the final quest to the main storyline in the game at the current point. Emma's nightmares. The door is gone. I've got 2 quests to turn in. Let's do that. Yes, yes, and done. So, simple quest, find Emma. Well, but I'm not in the real world, so it's going to be a little harder to find Emma. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? If I remember right.
Hello.
Yeah, over there. Then here. There are a few hidden items for a bonus objective, which I'm trying to get.
I see it.
I probably won't get it. She was held in this cabin,
Where
which
the
is
hell have you been? Come
this
here!
area
Ow! Ow!
where the quest
Stop
started.
it!
You know you're not allowed to.
Ow!
What are you...
Funny is
Emma?
in a previous quest
Emma!
you see what happens here from the perspective of the camera that they had there. So, next part of the story. We accompanied
Keep her
Emma
going.
into
We're
this
almost-
area
Her
earlier
power
in the
output.
game.
It's beyond
And
our
here's
charts.
another
There's no
item.
ceiling. There it is.
Now,
She's breaking through.
the Orochi group is trying to break the universe for profit. Hey, like any evil
We must go
organization.
deeper.
And here she is, and here she falls, and I'm going after her. A research facility. If I'm correct, you go to this facility
She
earlier
exceeds all our
in a quest
even beyond
from
our secondary
the
subject in New England.
Templars, I think.
She's ready for the Carpathian project.
So a faction specific quest. Since I'm a dragon, I didn't have the pleasure to do that quest with this character.
We're going this way.
Another item is hidden here,
I see it.
under the desk, in the trash can. And here you have to pass the same room multiple times,
into empty
but in a certain order following the doors. Since it already locked 2 red doors, I have to go green, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Then black, then blue, blue again, red, green, red, oh, and red again. Now we can leave this area. It seemed easy, but the first time I puzzled it out myself and it took a while. Now this thing is building many paths, but I don't need the paths it generates at first, but only the last one at the moment. Since on the last one there's supposedly one of the items I need. With the lag,
you're not
I
dreaming.
might not be able to do it.
If anyone's dreaming, it's me. And them.
With the lag I will probably just fall and end this area. So I might not get the final letter. So if I step on this, it will disappear and I will go to the next area, but I don't want that yet, since I want the item, which is supposedly on the 6th path after you unlocked all other 5. So let's look at this area. And another. Going back. Input delay is a little bit annoying. Since I already unlocked a path, if I fall down now, I might not be resetted to the beginning, but wind up in the next area, and yeah, that's why I have to be extra careful. Does it respawn? Nope. Oh. Whoa. 9. No. And I missed it. Next time.
She made it. No other survivors.
Item.
Huh. There now. It's all over. You're all right.
I know.
You're a brave little girl. What's your name, honey?
Anima.
Emma. That's a pretty name.
This is the point where we find out that Emma is even more than was suspected at first. or I suspected at first. Others figured it out earlier. Here is another one of the items.
There it is.
Oh. And can I enter this one? But there, in the cupboard here,
There it is.
another letter. And onward. Turning around, because there's supposedly a letter. Oh, there it was, I think. There.
I see it.
And now I have to go to the end. I'm back in the lab, not completely, but if I unriddle here the secret, I can leave. If I had collected all the letters, I could spell out teddy bear on the board and get an achievement, but since I failed, I can only do the basic quest, which is spelling out Emma's real name, which is Anima. And the dream breaks, the quest ends, and we get another cutscene.
Wake up.
The storytelling in this game is awesome, and the setting is just great. It's like H.P. Lovecraft works, made a little more obvious, it seems. But yeah, I really like the world and the stories they tell in it.
Anima.
Funnily enough, it seems the stream has less lag than I do. So I can just watch the cutscene over there.
I want you to come home with me. You and I are going to do such wondrous things to this world.
No, I don't want to go with you.
But I can love you, my Posy. I can love you more than Gaia. Love you more than black holes love the light. Emma!
My name is not Emma.
You will not choose her over me. Samael chose her. I will love you. I will hold you. I will hug the boiling viscera out of you. Come here!
Whispering Anima. The place we find ourselves now is Agartha, the Hollow Earth,
What
central hub of the
do you
game,
want with me? I'm so
and
small.
the filth has seeped
You eat
in.
stars.
The next big patch will bring in an event where we have to beat it back, and then we go to
Do
the
not
first big
belong here.
event, which happens in Tokyo. I can't wait, because that was the part of the game I couldn't play because I didn't buy the DLCs in the original game.
The lullaby must never end. If the dream is wake, all that is, won't. I should very much like my teddy now.
The teddy bear has guided us to help her. So, the Hollow Earth quest complete. I still have 7 slots free. Maybe zoom out again. And where to go now? Let's go back. Oh, I never looked at the Agartha map before. That's one funny part about the game. Every area has a distinctive style of map fitting the area. The first 2 zones have tourist maps, while the Transylvanian wilderness has a middle well, missing word there. Has an old map with castles and old villages drawn in, which I can show you when I return there. I wanted to teleport. Easy traveling. If you are not a patron, it costs a little bit of in-game money. The third area of Transylvania is the Carpathian Fangs. That's where we did the quest before. Let's look at some other quests, because I still need to do a normal quest and 2 minor quests for my daily activities for the Marks of Favor. And just to confuse, I'm going to do the quest that leads up to the nursery, which starts over here. This is the Middle Ages map. There's monsters in the corners, and castles, and towers. I need to go over there and speak to the Orochi agent who cares for Emma. And he will tell me that they captured her and brought her back to the nursery. You can repeat all the quests in the game. Normally it's a 3-day timer if you're a non-patron, and if you're a patron it's an 8-hour timer before you can redo a quest. And the quest that leads up to the nursery is you only die twice.
Back away from the bear. Last time you were here, you forgot something. Somebody. Little guy wants me to trust you. He thinks you can help her. Me? I think you abandoned her when the stakes got too high. It's hypocritical of me to chastise you. We are thralls to the ruthless nature of the organizations we work for. Learned what they're capable of at Chernobyl in '86. It isn't easy to be one of the forgotten. You're here for the nursery? It was one of the locations where they kept her, and others like her. I thought she might be there, but when the vampires attacked the chasm, the nursery was locked down, sealed from the inside. There's only one place where it can be overridden. If you go up there and override the lockdown, there'll be troops swarming all over this valley in minutes. The corporation can't have their experiments showing up on the evening news. Emma seems to like you. You found her before. Do it again. And this time, don't forget.
Oh, that's right. The first time we found Emma, we were pulled into the dream. It's kind of a theme. Every time you complete a zone and the main storyline, the dreamers, the dream architects, try to get you on their side. Now I need to overhear what the Orochi are communicating, and the communications building or tent rather is up there somewhere, so I need to fight my way. Or I could just run, but I need a few kills still for the mark of favor. This area is full of mutated vampires and werewolves. Since the Soviets experimented in this area, more or less successful until Vampire Queen returned and took everything over, and that the Soviets had laid on ice. This thing, this Hulk, is actually a vampire. Go to the comm center. Attacks, but I'm not using them against enemies because it's a little bit, yeah, it's less effective. So
local bounty detected.
A small quest popped up, which sometimes spawn in certain areas. I got 8 of these guys. I got to hit the enemies anyway. I'm going to do that on the way. Maybe heal myself. More vampire. Vampire meatloaf. In the previous area, the Shadowy Forest, there was a family that started to eat supernatural creatures. They collected ghouls and held them in chicken coops for later meat harvesting, which was really, really creepy, but at least they made the distinction and not ate humans. visually see how strong an enemy is on just by looking at how many enemies are grouped together. The one patrolling is the strongest kind of enemy you normally run into. And the groups are, depending on their size, weaker. This guy has 31k HP, and those guys have only 11k, so less than half each. Yeah, I know to get my quota. That was the mini quest, 8 kills. Journal says I still need 20 more. And the big guys take so long, so I'm just going to take this more. Or not. Oh well. On fire. Oh. And there you see how bad I am at this game. I failed in a very, very simple fight. Despite being a little bit overgeared for the area already. At least I think I'm overgeared, but I so far have not seen item level limit for areas. I might be overgeared. Maybe it is calculated for my item level. Back to the body. Back to resurrect. And turning in the quest. And running up the hill. We can kill this guy. And I pulled the other one again. This time should be out. My weapon loadout is Chaos Blades, with the moment Blades as the main weapon. There are quite a few awesome weapons in this game, but I decided to change my loadout so I couldn't build a tank build for instances later. Yeah, that's why I'm fighting with the blade now. But I used the rifle, which had the disadvantage against some enemies. You could kite them and stay out of the area of back attack easier. But the blade effects are somewhat awesome. A minor quest over here. Quality insurance. I need to get an injector
Quick
gun
access inventory updated.
and test some mutagens on the vampires. So let's look into it. This vampire gets the needle. Oh, didn't like that. Now I need to defeat him, to dissect him, and find out what the serum actually is. Whoops, and my life goes down. We need to look at that. I killed the first one, can give this one the next serum. Cool it. And my life is down again. I really need to look at that. Two more vampires for this mini quest. So this one. The last one for the mutagens. Is kind of unfair since I'm a real immortal and not just such a fake monster as a vampire. But whoever said that the world was fair, even a secret world isn't fair. So yeah, the comm center, completing the quest and checking the comms from the Orochi group. Looking into the communications. The nursery is locked down at the moment, and I need to unlock it
Nursery
from here.
lockdown is compromised. Repeat, nursery
And
lockdown
now-
is compromised. All units converge on the nursery and secure at all costs. This supersedes all other objectives. The nursery must be sealed. Type 1 terminal authorization released. Repeat, you are authorized to kill.
Now that I unlocked the nursery, the Orochi group is kind of pissed and are sending a bigger group to stop me from entering. And I need to go over here to meet up with the Orochi agent that gave me this quest. So, a big vampire encampment with a castle in which you fight the vampire queen. It's just awesome, this game and this setting. Now up this hill and whoop, we get a cutscene.
That was the easy part. According to this, about 3 minutes ago, a convoy of trucks left a nearby military installation carrying enough C4 to level a small city. If you let them get close enough, they'll seal the dam. For them to get close, they'll need to reach the bridge. You can see where this is going. They'll be coming through the Baka tunnel. You'll need to get there first and wait for them. When they come through, do your best to make sure they don't reach the bridge. I've filled the tank. And take this. If you find her, she's gonna need it more than me.
So, we get on the snowmobile and need to stop the troops from reaching.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
An area quest to kill some ghosts over here. But since this quest has a time limit, I need to do it first. Speed up a little. I'm fastest on the snow beside the pass. And yeah. If I drive on the road, it slows down, which is, if you're on a time limit, a bad thing, so let's drive through the snow. Oh. And put a mine over here. hide by the side and wait for the contact. And speeding one. But the others are going on, so we need to cut them off before they reach their goal. But now they are sending people on snowmobiles after me, so I need to fight if they come near me. There's one, somehow not really bothering with me, so... and a rocket. Side quest completed.
Approaching convoy, be advised. You are being shadowed. Shake your tail before rendezvousing at the nursery. Repeat.
Yes. Wow, shooting at me. Destroying mines, slowing me. Oh well.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
There is at the moment in the game a way to... Oh, I missed. Can I even go there? Yeah. There is at the moment a way to skip all this driving around. You can teleport with the snowmobile, which should be somehow locked while you're doing this quest. Hiding again. And to next. One car taken out. Quite a few more to go. And a rocket for this one. Teleporting costs in-game money. Unless you're a patron. So if you're a patron, you can skip big parts of this quest line. And placing a mine again. Sadly, there is very little snow inside the tunnel, so I need to wreck this snowmobile over here. And we're getting to the bridge. Before this is actually the quest before the nursery.
But I appear to be fashionably late, darling. You would look much more fetching wearing this. Quickly. Do not worry. I have left a nasty surprise for them. There is just one slight problem. If we stay here, my nasty surprise will kill us too. So, good luck.
That was the pop-up for the Marks of Favor. Now I need to kill 7 mobs and empower 4 items. I'm going to look for some mobs in a moment and complete the quests. Since this quest area is rather far off, I'm going over here to kill a few vampires. And then I'm going to clear out my inventory as best as I can. The most annoying part about the vampires over here is they tend to open the fight with a buff that lets you only glance a bit, which reduces the damage of your attacks. You need a few seconds before really doing full damage. So. I have an item that can remove buffs, but only removing one vampire doesn't really help that much, unless you can only find one. The other one running. Need a merchant to empty the inventory as best as possible. Nearest merchant is over here. Teleporting is really useful in the later parts of the game for getting to points where you want to make want to get an achievement or just doing specific quests. Right next to this guy in this little building is an apothecary from the Phoenicians, the main merchants running around. And now I need to get my inventory sorted out. Glyphs. Oh, a blue glyph that I should keep. Yes. I tend to sell glyphs at the moment because I want to have my gear on a certain standard before I start adding glyphs, which is not the smartest way to do it, but since I have only limited inventory space and increasing it costs real world money or marks of favor transferred, it takes some time. And again, I can't open the bags while trading. Lots of stuff. I split my backspace into gear categories: standard loot, weapons and glyphs, and over here are my actual gear stuff for tanking and for damage, which are upgrading at the moment. So more glyphs to sell. Yes. It seems to give a lot of money if you sell stuff, but upgrading gear really eats the anima shards, the in-game currency. So after upgrading a little, I will be down to a lot less. The auction house works with the marks of favor, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing, since sometimes I really would like to have some more anima shards. Now I'm going to upgrade my weapons, since they are the most important part of any build. But first, let's look into one of these caches, since I got a key for the day. What do we have here? A bag of third age fragments. It's another kind of currency with which you can buy vanity items. And bags with random distillates. Distillates are items which help you upgrade your weapons with a certain amount of XP. So let's look at this stuff. These are distillates for signets. I don't have any signets so far, which I just can store. I can only store them. And one upgrade for a talisman. And which talisman am I going to upgrade with that? For my damage gear, I'm going to go with the finger slot. Adding a few other things. It's not very effective what I'm doing here, but I want to clear out my inventory a little. Nearly to maximum level. There are a few different grades of items. You start with green items. They can be leveled to level 20. Then you need 2 green items of the same type to fuse them to a blue item of a 0 level, which is still more powerful than a green level 20 item. And blue items can level to 25, at which point you need 2 blue items of the same type to fuse. And it goes on like that. So, putting this back in the slot. And upgrade our weapons. There seems to be a bug at the moment concerning shotgun items. They seem only to exist in 2 variants. Actually, items have three quality grades: 1 dot, 2 dots, and 3 dots. But shotguns only seem to drop in 1 or 3 dot variants. I tend to collect those 3 dot things to sell them on the auction house. Now, let's get some items and then look at what I'm going to upgrade. If you use the same kind of weapon to upgrade, it boosts the experience that you get. So this works out like that. Since I'm trying to level an elemental focus later, I'm going to keep this one for this item over here. And let's look at this. Then level this one. Leveled items are not as, are kind of locked, soft locked. It will always ask you if you have a leveled item accidentally put in the disassemble slot down here, if you really want to disassemble this item, since you already put other items into it. So now upgrading a few talismans, since I don't have any more weapon bags. Since I'm not building a healing build, I can just throw all healing items that I find into everything else. This was healing, yes. That was mark of favor thingy. And the second one for completing all. Now it unlocked the second row. And I'm not sure. I might do that. I will think about it. Now upgrading. This amulet for tanking. And this belt for tanking.
Critical empowerment results.
I really should do more. Backspace is sparse, especially since you tend to sometimes level 2 items at the same time, so you can fuse them. Yeah. So I really need to use those bags up. Where? This one is this one is now level to the max, so I need to create another blue ring with attack stats. So I'm putting this one over here to save it up for later. And yes. That was the second mark of favor for empowering items. I'm nearly completely leveled with those. And this one. Shouldn't be enough. I really need to get these bags sorted out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rambling a bit since I'm not used to screaming. It's a new experience to be in the lamplight of people maybe watching. So yes, the rings, yes. And this is a special item, which is healing. I don't need that since I am not the kind of person that you want at the healing spot, especially with my leggings, with with my legs in this game at the moment. Ooh. A nice healing belt on level 3 might sell for a little bit. And where? Oh, I need to upgrade one of those as well. Or no, they This one. Ah, they are the same. I need to upgrade this one by using these. So the more special items have different icons, so it's not as instinctive to know what gives extra XP. You have to look at the stats. This one. This is a healing item. Now, this was a healing item. Yes. Then can throw this in and level this. And a few more items to open the slots. I don't care. Whatever. Now that this is done, I have a message. One auction. Oh. I sold a weapon. Take it and delete the message. Now, by questing all this stuff, I accumulated quite a few skill points. Passives and actives. First I'm going to spend the passives, since I'm already on the page. At the moment I'm trying to fill the passives for the blade tree. And the most useful things are those at the moment that give passive boni to the stats, like crit power, and in the next row here, hit. Hit is really important. As a tank, most abilities rely on really hitting for you to generate aggro. And now active abilities. I already skilled the complete blade tree in active abilities, so I started on skilling the elemental tree. I'm not actively using them, so I'm not thinking about what I'm skilling, I just spend the points. And now I need to do some more quests and kill some more mobs. Where to go, where to go? What quest do I want to do? I think I'm going to the cabin where they kept Emma. There are quite a few quests there, and I haven't done them in a few days, so it's not getting too repetitive.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
No. Doing Emma's quest first? Doing Emma's quest first. Since Emma is so powerful, she can leave imprints of herself on items. And now we can see a vision of what she told us
The first dream is
in the
always
past.
at the playground. I left this memory for you. I knew you'd come. I knew you'd find it. I think this one's a barn. We passed by one just like it when they brought me here. We were escaping the abyss, the breach. It's what they call what's in the mountain, in the chasm. I'm used to having dreams about things that have been or are or will be. I'm not so used to having my dreams come to life. Finally, there's a church. I've never been. If there is a God, I don't need to go there to talk to it. I can probably talk to the God inside my head. It's how I talk to everything. That thing is in all of them. The sickly thing. It's been sent to take me. Usually the dreams pass once I've seen them. Not this one.
She had visions of some kind of monster, and now I need to track all of them down and banish them with the
Quick
little voodoo
access
doll she
inventory
prepared.
updated.
And the first one is over there on the playground in this little village, which is haunted by a lot of different spirits, which I also need to kill for my playground, I think over there. And one more spectre there. Ah, there's the playground, so I can concentrate on getting rid of the ghost the sword abilities are useful for self-healing. I have an active hot I can activate, which also distributes debuffs. And I'm collecting while attacking chi. And if you don't use the chi with the ability, which I didn't choose, it fades away and becomes a very strong hot after a little while. Now, here's the mob. He's down to around 50% or so. Then I can use the voodoo doll to banish him. To the next one, and one spirit to go. Down is the spirit, one side. Quest complete, and onward. This one was inside the barn. Yep, there it is. My English is a little bit rough and weird. It's because of German. I'm really not used to speaking English. I'm really used to listening to English, reading it, but speaking is not my fault. So but I'm trying to get better by and banish the next one. And the last one I need to hunt down is in the church over there. There's a marker over there, so it's rather easy to find. It's one of the normal fighting missions. There are stealth missions, and then there are missions where you have to solve riddles and find clues, which are the hardest missions, but the most satisfying if you complete them. They don't give better loot, sadly, anymore. Only the first time you complete them, they give you a little bit better loot, but oh well. They have great stories, and it's just awesome if you figure out how to solve those riddles. Mostly I'm too stupid for that, but oh well. You can't have everything. And the community for this game is really great. They put the solution online, so you can look it up if you want, but always with spoilers if you want to solve one part and not spoiler markings, then not the next one. And I used them rather frequently for the quest parts I was either too lazy or too dumb to get them. Should be vanishable. Exactly. And we get a small dimension door to a pocket dimension where these things have been banished to finish them off. No. We are going to spawn one at a time, so it's rather easy to fight these guys. But at least they are mixing the abilities a little bit. Not fighting the exact same enemy 4 times in a row. Him? Oh, I didn't see it in the lag. And there's the next one. Out of there. you're wondering why I'm bouncing, I'm sitting on a ball. Often sitting balls. They're supposed to be good for the back. Why it's nice to bounce on the rock once in a while. Moving up the tier, it would be too easy to instead. Oh well. And I think one more. Right? Over there. Feels rather clunky hearing myself speak English. Since I tend to listen to a lot of English speakers, it's really weird to hear my own flawed English. And we're done with the quest. Now to get out of here. Turning in the quest. On the left side there's a little text from my faction, which can be rather funny, but I kind of stopped reading those. The dragon is kind of a prankster towards the other two factions. They tend to disrupt all the operations for the other factions, which is really funny. Now over there is the cabin. Now a mission from the scientists which researched and lived with Emma, the smith. I'm not sure, at least they're her foster parents, and the mother is not the friendliest person towards Emma, which is really sad. Let's go into the story.
It's been 2 days since Julia was exposed to the corrupted anima. And while we've been able to slow down the infection, it's still spreading. We've attempted injections of undiluted, farmed anima, but so far we knew the risk was high. Going to the hot springs for samples, but it was a risk worth taking. With such a high concentration of pure corrupted anima, pure filth, we couldn't afford to pass it up. Emma.
She's dreaming. They are not good dreams.
What do you see anything?
Oh yes. Everything. The black dreams are inside her. And they are not just whispering. They're shouting. She's very strong. She's very brave. I know she doesn't like me, but...
She likes you.
Please, Winston. I know what she thinks of me. I'm just a lab rat in her head. You care. I don't blame her. She believes she's doing the right thing. You all did. No. You're not.
I'm not confident she'll make it. The exposure was minimal, but in this form it doesn't take much. If I could only get back out there, collect more samples, I might be able to distill it, make sense of it. The equipment is ready, everything is ready. But those creatures guarding the site are a hell of a lot worse than the vampires and half-breeds and shapeshifters. Without armed escort, it's futile. I'm also having dreams. Emma remains unaffected. She's resistant to the corruption, and not only that, she can fight it, destroy it. Her anima is massively elevated and extremely active. It's unlike anything we've seen before in any of our subjects. It's fascinating. I need to find a way to use that. She might be our final hope.
And now it's kind of funny. Most cutscenes are someone talking about a problem, but not really asking you to do it, to take care of it, but you're just listening, nodding along, so to say, and that seems like a job for me, and now I'm going to do that. Well, now I'm going to check out the hot springs where he tried to gather the filth samples. So over here, irgendwo, somewhere over there. Ah, there is the testing kit.
Quick access inventory updated.
And now I need to take some samples from these small ponds of goop. I have to stand inside? Well, did I? Yes, I have to stand inside the pond. I don't want to fight those guys. They're not that hard, but it takes a little while, so I tend to avoid the bigger mobs. Here's another pond. And I really can use that item only when I'm standing in the goop. And onward. There was a pond over here. Or is it? Is it really a pond? Whatever, let's try it. Nope, doesn't count. Then this one. Having a dispo ability has some perks. Now I can just click my healing button and be done with the debuff. Got all samples. And now I need to go deeper into the cave to kill some of the infected Smoy? Smoy. And here is one to kill. Noise in the background. Sorry for that. Which gives a quest if I'm correct. Take samples from those big things. Not just kill them. one of those bombs. Not the best idea, but he gives a quest, so I really don't need to complain. Somewhere around here there's supposedly over there. Now let's try that again. Defeating one of those, they leave behind some grey group as this, and I need to take a sample of it. Don't I? Ah, wrong button. And next one. Another sample. The final sample of these guys. And vital. Whoa. And further down below, the quest will continue into the caves. Maybe displaying the debuffs so I can run again. Find a path. Ah, over here. So I don't have to beat them up. I tend to avoid most fights. Gets somewhat annoying. It's not as bad as in the original version of the game, where you couldn't even do this. They would just tear you apart if you tried it. But yeah. Over here. Pick up this guy. Go away. No one edge. The way I chose my abilities, I tend to regenerate faster than spending, so I don't have to use the filler ability at all. Oh, it's just a rare mob which I killed already. So, oh. And this way. Kill the stalker in darkness. This guy? This guy. Good doggy. Yes, good doggy. Die. That is a little bit more. And finally a sample directly from the source of the ugly goop. Let's get this. Then look at the laptop, and that should be it. Or do I need to get back? Ah, I still need to destroy the source. Then let's get this party started. Confirm. And lag. It's lagging. I do hope the game keeps on going, or I will have to restart, which takes a little bit. But it sounds... Ah, there it is. Ah, there's the game. This means I can go outside and do the next quest. Back to the cabin for a new quest, and the minor quest I got. A side mission. I don't think anybody's coming back for this key, but okay, I will leave it here. Next, into deep.
The nightmares are... they're getting worse. A lot worse. Emma... I mean the subject. Emma is reacting strongly to the psychic disturbances at the site. We've been taking readings at the ruins and have confirmed there is a high degree of spectral noise emanating from what we believe to be dense subterranean pockets of corrupted anima. In layman terms, filth.
Sordes. Tenebra.
What's that?
Her sensitivity appears to be growing, and she's started picking up on everything that...
Jesus.
Tell them to stop digging!
Who's digging?
The soldiers. Please, you need to stop them. The eagle killed them all. But they're still there, and they're not getting any peace. They're in so much pain, I can feel it. I can hear them screaming. Inside. They dug too deep.
This is a recurring theme. It appears to directly pertain to excavations at the baths. Before the breach, we found evidence of activity by Roman legionnaires around 100 AD. They were trying to reach the engine. They were way off, but close enough to be affected.
Too deep.
As far as we can tell, before the Romans were able to reach the veins, they were all slaughtered. We have to assume by some outside agency.
Sleep now.
If we can get an accurate reading of the signals that Emma's receiving...
Too deep.
It would really benefit our research.
And once again into the breach. Directly next to the cave I've been in before. There are undead Roman soldiers trying to dig out another source of filth. just running through. Probably dying the last time I did that. I pulled everything and they just piled on top of me. But oh well. If I'm fast enough, I might just be able to move on. I'm kind of right, I'm probably going to keel over. And I will have to run back in. Oh. No. I forgot this are the summons a mob. Oh? Did the other ones run away? Oh no, there they are. Okay. Maybe. Nope. With another one. This is bad. Oh. And I have to march back again. Back into the caves. And where am I? Where did it put me? Ah, okay. Maybe repair. Repairing is rather easy. You just have to spend a few anima shards by clicking on this small bar here. And where's the entrance? Over here. Into the darkness. Well, at least I won't have to fight them all again. Only the ones I summon. Got an error message, which means I'm going to die again, and I will have to restart the game. Well, and it takes a while for this game to shut down. Then here we go again. The game is not perfectly stable. It tends to break down once per gaming day. So for me, once per 4 hours. But it's still acceptable. A little bit annoying, but it has just an awesome setting which makes up for some flaws. The original game was worse in some ways. had really long loading times, at least for my computer at that time, and the combat system was rather clunky, so I gave up near the end of the main story. But now I really enjoyed it. At least most of the other players have the patience to wait for you when this happens inside a dungeon. So at least you can complete a dungeon after having a disconnect like this. But it still tends to kill you. And back into the game. My characters at the moment. Since I owned the original game, I got 2 extra character slots which I'm using to play the story mode for the other factions. And I'm returning to my trash panda to keep on questing. And as I said, I died. I think if I died, if I had pulled 2 mobs in Warcraft, and this had happened, I would have survived. So this game is at least a little bit harder than the standard for MMOs at the moment. The cave entrance over here. And once again, funnily enough, it doesn't seem to be connected to specific things in the game. It just happens anywhere, these disconnects. But another basin. Over here. Then pull me around. I can also pull you around. Come over here. I don't want to add. Really annoying if you're trying to run through some areas because of their grapple. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Cut these guys into pieces. Hearing myself speaking so much English, it's really weird if you're used to just one language in your everyday. Well, in speaking, I tend to read a lot English, and most YouTube channels and stuff I watch are in English, so I'm used to hearing and reading, but speaking myself is really confusing. Some big guy and so not get at the end. I need to break one of these shields. Again, so all the time, everywhere. Another one of these guys. Now I need to get this one. Breaking the shield by killing the guys called Invictus Ritualists. He killed himself. Oh well. Doesn't matter to me how I get to my enemy. Cutting down. And done with this one. Oh, no. I think... No, not yet. Oh, am I at the end? I am at the end. Awesome. Just 4 more guys, and then one big one after killing quests. these 4. Then I can kill the final mob. But they also have a lot of help. They don't trigger as easily as the ones before. I was really a problem. Which I'm pulling them around is a elite skill from the Chaos skill tree, which is really good for soloing since it stuns a group by pulling them around and does a lot of damage. And it can be quite useful for positioning in dungeons if you need to move a mob that just won't move because it's ranged. The big one. Hey. Stretchy Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Has just as much life as the other ones just killed. Oh. I can't move it or it will regenerate. Great. Really, he is completely annoying. So I can't use Pandemonium. It doesn't do that much damage, I don't really need to interrupt the guy. Now I need to remember not to do this quest again, because it takes quite a while. So, back out of here and to the cabin. I always get turned around in these trees. I think I need 2 more main quests and 3 side quests. Since side quests don't take any time, it's okay. Oh, another player. Very, very rarely you see other players in this game now, since they changed the model. And another cutscene.
You have no idea where she is.
She vanished again. Fuck! I told you we need to restrain her.
She's a child, Julia, a child. We can't treat her like... Oh, damn it. We have a report scheduled. We'll just edit out the bits that... Emma, the subject, she's taken a walk. Again. She'll be back. The outpost is still radio silent. It's been 10 days. I think it's clear they didn't make it. But we haven't been able to verify this, given the circumstances. The camp is surrounded by that new species they were doing tests on.
They were gathering data about the filth and its effect on the mountain creatures.
We're probably the only ones left.
The last report arrived 3 days before the attack, but the data was lacking in detail and it was inconclusive. I believe there may be more data on site, but it's a risky endeavor, given our situation.
It might be worth it. We need to understand what's happened, and there might be answers in the data. It could be the key to everything. The breach, Ground Zero, the filth, Emma... Everything that... Emma!
Where the hell have you been? Come here!
Ow! Ow! Stop it!
You know you're not allowed to...
Ow!
Emma, what are you... Emma? Emma!
That was a scene we get to see later in a quest, which I already did for today, but technically it happens later. We get to see it from another perspective. Now, where to? I need to go over here. Over there, a very big group of Smoi overran an Orochi encampment, and Orochi seemingly doesn't seem to be able to defend themselves. So nearly everything destroys their encampments. I've only seen one intact encampment in the first zone, or technically in the third zone on the first island. Somewhere there's supposed to be a computer terminal. Probably inside the van here. those two I can ignore. And the last one has some information.
They're coming to the surface. We can't hold an exposed position. Orochi Core says our odds are strategically better at the old power plant.
Okay, let's get over there. Hasn't worked out for them. Oh. He noticed me. They're dying somewhat faster than the filth creatures. And what do we have here? Encrypted file. Awesome. Over to the next building. Here are some drones that will explode for a lot of damage. So, nope. Not getting near those guys. And let's shock that thing. Oh, and pull another. Wow! More drones. Okay, I'm dead. I did not expect the drones to follow me inside. Oh, great. Awesome. How do I get back there? Set me up here instead of down. Whatever. They do run, run, run. Oddly enough, some quests really require you to die before you can even complete them, because you have to see something on this spirit realm and then interact with some things. So yeah. Now Is he coming? Again, this mob? No. So I'm going to shock this guy. And try to beat the crap out of it. Finally. Yeah, capturing things you don't understand to research them. Awesome. And as the final quest, I'm going to do something simple. The first quest in this area, up here. No. Side mission to kill a lot of werewolves, and then a mission from a werewolf to kill more werewolves. Awesome.
I scented you. You were different from the others. You have the smell of honey sweet of the world tree on you. There is only madness, death black in these Carpathians. I know the scent of death well. Our kind is born into a dying breed. There is no refuge for us with wolf or man. So the young hunger for violence on any master's battlefield. If we last to be long-toothed, then the killing taste fades. We feel the call, a great moon howl, too far away from here. An elder place, where we are safe from you, and you are safe from us. I slept many winters alone until these ones came from my skin. Sent by vampire masters. When I tore out their throats, it burned on my tongue and made me sick. The madness is inside them. The killing taste is inside me. It whispers, slaughter them all. But if the leaders were culled, the pack might be spared. So the pack might still find the place where the long-toothed go.
And slaughtering werewolves for the werewolf.
Farewell.
Down there. Oh, and there are mobs here. A lot of people use this area to farm, so if something happens that we have to wait a little.
Additional assignment received.
Oh, quest to kill some ice golems. cash that they drop a lot more frequently than you get keys as a patron. You get only 1 key per day, so you could buy a lot more with Aurum, but who has that kind of money? And another cache. Ah, ah, ah. Kill this nice quest. Doesn't really matter, I don't think kill one, but if you leave the area for area triggered quests, it will reset. So you can kill once again. But I'd rather do that before completing the werewolf quest. So I'm going over here, looting the cache, which I didn't loot before, and kill some ice golems. I need a lot more crushed ice. Try to say in one language. More crushed ice. Should be enough for at least a few drinks. Back to slicing up some fur bags. Here, Wolfie, Wolfie, Wolfie. Oh, lag. And wolves. Ice quest. The ice quest. Onward. And wolves. Easy to farm if you really need to farm them. If I get a stack full, I tend to sell them, since each one is worth 50 anima shards. So they're useful in that way at least. Forget to use the healing potions. You get a few every day, and they are reset when everything else is reset, so you should use them before ending your gaming session, and it really can save your butt. Well, to fix those frame rate issues and the lagginess. I need to try out some other games that is working properly game, but I suspect it's my internet connection. I need to look into that.
Visual tracking enabled.
The wolves inside the cave didn't count. Should be done with the kill 100 mobs quest. That was a side mission, and now I can try to ignore most of those werewolves as good as whether that works. So Oh, I did it. Awesome. But I had to use a healing potion. Now... which one was it? That one. Out of the area. And you don't need to avoid an attack. The enemy is dead. That prepares it. So... what the... I forgot. The bigger werewolves in this area give you a debuff, and if it reaches 10 or 12 stacks, you take a lot of damage, which I just did. Totally my fault. I should have looked at that. Oh well. At least I can skip this enemy.
Be good, little doggies, and get your tails over to the signal station. Don't make me repeat myself.
Visual tracking initiated.
Now I'm supposed to go to the vampire encampment by tracking the footprints, but I am too lazy to walk the road, so I am just going there directly. Once again, the property of the minor vampires buffing themselves with an evasion buff and making it really hard to kill them fast. Oh, I think that was the kill 100 monsters challenge. Awesome. Now, just one more guy over here. Ooh, that sounds like an error. A second error in this run. Very, very annoying. Now I need to restart the game, which takes a little bit, and I'm probably dead. So I need to run back to my corpse. Oh well. Oh well. I really need to find a way to skip this updater thing if there is no new patch, which I know there is none. So nearly done with the daily grind. I could try to go into a dungeon, but with the lag I'm experiencing, I would probably get kicked for not doing enough or for dying too much, so I'm not going to try that today. I need to check where these problems come from and get rid of them. But it takes a while if you are doing endgame quests for the daily challenges. You could get done just a lot faster if you were to go to Kingsmouth and would do one of the first quests in the game. But you don't get as much loot for doing low-level quests as for the endgame quests, so it's just better to do the endgame quests. Did I? Huh. Weird. And back into the game to complete the final 2 quests and be done with it for today. Whoa. Weird noises in the background. As I said, I died because mobs in this game can actually kill you, unlike other MMOs. So back to the corpse, so I can ignore all the mobs. Oh, I made an error. Crap, made a mistake. This was not all that clever. There is a bug that when you die from a disconnect or something like that, it tends to undo your regeneration of your skill power regeneration, so I can't use my attack skills except for the basic attack, which is not good. But at least this bug is easy to fix by just re-equipping the weapons. And the energy is regenerating again, and I can do the quest.
How long does it take to spread out one of your own? I call that
I put another one. 2 more wolves that would add if I attack the vampires. Just kill them beforehand. The vampire will be really easy. Was the final main mission, and one minor mission. What to do, I'm going to do this one. Just repairing an old radio. Oh, I left the block on. That's done. Now I might as well. One look at the radio to check what is broken. Then gathering parts, and finally repairing it. And last mark of favor challenge. That is the daily grind. Lots of loot. Maybe I'll put on some auction later on. But for now, I think I'm done. And well, maybe I'll see you another time. Why don't any of these emotes work? Okay, I will figure that one out. See you around.